Hi, it's Leslie, and we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé. One of my favorite couples that would be Sarper and SHekinah. Yep, it's a go. They're coming to the U.S. Good old U.S. Welcome, welcome, Sarper. Ugh. But before they leave for the U.S., they gotta, say bye to the family, and she has one little nice sit down with, I want to say his sister, but I think it's his cousin, chit-chatting about their lovely future that they have planned in the U.S. But this union between Sarper and SHekinah does not come without worry, They have their fights, and they're big ones. They're just not little tiffs,
It's the thing I'm worried about the most is us having a bad fight, and I'm like, get out of my place.
Why does this seem a little odd? This is really a concern of yours that you could have a fight? Like, what? And this is your person that you're worried about kicking him out after you go through all the trouble to bring him to the U.S. and what? Like, what?
You fight, right, when you are here, and you left the house a couple times. Yeah, and where he is going to go? He may come back.
Yeah,
where's he supposed to go? You bring him over there, he basically is nothing but you, and you would be so cruel as to kick him, I'm like, what? You kick him out? Yeah,
We have our own doubts.
Sure.
That's it.
I get it.
yeah, well, that makes two of us. I have my doubts too. Sarper's looking like the good guy here. SHekinah is pulling the old bait and switch, I think. But she has a plan. She's like, oh no. She goes, I want him to get to know my friends and connect with my friends, so then when I kick him out, he can hang with them for a while. What a weird position to put your friends in. She's a nut job too. And then, Sarper's sister, cousin, whatever, she's wondering, is he going to be living with her in her house? I mean, wouldn't he have to be? Because he can't work or anything. She can't, stick him in a place, and then you'd think she'd be so possessive she wouldn't want him over there because he could be doing whatever, he wants to do, and we don't want that. No, he's got to be living in the house, I'm assuming. Yeah. But as we know, Sarper's, the older you get, the more stuck in your ways you get, and he is a control freak. He is used to running his life. Unfortunately, he got whipped, so he's having to, give up all of his control for this girl, and it doesn't come without a price. But SHekinah knows, when he's on U.S. soil, it's going to be her control. She's running it, and that is not how things work well.
In my experience with Sarper, he does not handle not being in control very well. And he will create chaos for us if he feels like things aren't going his way or that he's not in the driver's seat. So I'm just worried that him feeling out of control in the U.S. could cause him to just sabotage what we have.
I mean, if you know that, why don't you give him a little control so he can at least feel like he's running his life and he has a choice about things other than the 90 day comes up and he hightails it back home. I mean, that seems like the only choice he has. Bottom line, SHekinah just doesn't understand. She doesn't understand why it's a big deal to leave his country. I mean, she should, because she has a daughter that she wants connection to. So he's connected to his family and his parents. That's a beautiful thing. She just doesn't happen to have it.
It is really difficult leaving everything, going to US, to a surrounding that I don't know anyone but SHekinah only. Knowing that I cannot come here whenever I want, that hurts.
He's such a good guy. I tell you, that's the most appealing thing about him is his love for his family. I mean, that part of him is wonderful. But SHekinah didn't get it. She just thought he was being dramatic, and it was just like, oh, please, you're a grown man. Why are you so mommy and daddy's little boy and all the things? She didn't even get that he was like, if something happens to them, I can't be there in an instant. She was like, I'm your family now. And no, you don't get it. He wants to take care of his family because he loves them, and he can't be there in an instant because he's over in the frickin' U.S. This SHekinah, oof.
It is really difficult leaving everything, going to US, to a surrounding that I don't know anyone but SHekinah only. Knowing that I cannot come here whenever I want, that hurts.
It's funny, now that she's won in the sense that she gets him to come over to the U.S., suddenly it's like suddenly she realizes, oh my God, everything's working my way. Like I have the control. Now she lets out like, oh, she hates the apartment, she hates Starkey, she hates this, like she hates everything about that except for him. And it's like, I don't think she was like that before, but now she feels like she can say whatever she wants because she's got him now. But in her defense, I do get it. You know, that apartment of his, it's seen a lot of traffic, seen a lot of action, if you will. Gotten that bed, Lord knows. Oof, you know. So in that sense, I get it. And the bottle collection is gone, so whatever. So in that sense, I can understand that apartment being like a little, you know. So whatever. Make it a 90-day museum. You know, I'm sure there's some crazy people that watch the show that would go over there and, you know, want to tour Sarper's apartment. Anyway. And then starts the rules and all the things that she didn't happen to mention when she was trying to convince him to come to the U.S. Well, here's yet another rule. You know, you better get along with my daughter because, yeah.
My daughter already has a bad impression of you from my family. You need to really think about everything you say because if she doesn't like you, I can't marry someone she doesn't like. That's my daughter.
Are you kidding with me, babe?
No, I'm
Is
serious.
that threat?
Shouldn't you have kind of figured this out before you schlep them all the way over there? Like, let them meet or something and make sure that it's a go if that's a hard stop if she doesn't like him. Ridiculous. Like she, I feel like, has taken no regard for his life and what he's uprooted to come over to be with her. And then the sad goodbye, he has to kiss his parents. So that's sad. It's so sad. I mean, their boy. Oh. I don't know. I think she's got too many rules. She's doing a bait and switch, and I think Sarper is going to hate it, and he's going to hate being controlled by a woman, even though he does love her. Obviously, he wouldn't do this if he didn't. I do not give them much hope. But anyway, I'm going to follow this nonsense every week, so if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Bye.